Right now on News 4 at 10, chronic needs. Soon it will be easier to get medical marijuana. The family of a child who uses the drug reacts to the changes. Plus, nursing home investigation. An elderly woman died after she was beaten by another resident. What we know about the Buffalo facility.
Whoever you are, to come out here and the way the people let you know we're human. We make mistakes, but we can make sure we take care of this community the right way.
And bringing people together, leaders in Buffalo call on neighbors to take care of their community and stop the violence. Developing in Grand Island tonight, we have confirmed one person has died in a head-on crash tonight. New York State Police tell us the accident happened on Stony Point Road. That road just recently reopened. Police tell us one person died. Another person has minor injuries. Police tell us they will release more information soon. They haven't released anything else. Names have not been released or the updated information about how this happened. Watch News 4 at 10:30 for any new details. Also new tonight, developing in Niagara Falls. Mercy Flight took someone to ECMC after a reported assault. The victim was picked up by Mercy Flight in this parking lot near Regal Cinemas. The mayor says the incident happened on 69th Street. Police won't tell us anything just yet. Now to our other top story, medical marijuana changes. The state health department announced today an expansion of the state's medical marijuana program. It will allow nurse practitioners to authorize the drug for patients and allow for home delivery of medical marijuana. Tonight, we are hearing from those directly affected by the changes. News 4's Callan Gray talked to both a doctor and a family to get their reaction. Callan?
Nalina, right now there are about 7,000 patients certified to use medical marijuana in New York and only 675 physicians who are authorized to help. Those I talked to today say this will help close that gap and allow more patients to be treated.
Medical marijuana has drastically improved the quality of life for Daniel Rishka's son and daughter.
It's like the light in her went on. She was more aware of her surroundings. Seizures were still there, but they kind of weren't as bad.
Now, the State Department of Health is expanding its program.
I was ecstatic because we were fighting for these all along.
The Department of Health says soon nurse practitioners will be able to certify patients to use medical marijuana, not just doctors.
That will free up physicians to see newer patients and the follow-ups by nurse practitioners. In addition, where nurse practitioners are working in areas of New York State where there are no physicians, it will allow those nurse practitioners to be the primary caregivers for patients for medical marijuana.
Dr. Laszlo Metchler with Dent Neurologic Institute says this will probably double the number of patients they see. Another big change, dispensaries will now be able to do home deliveries, and the Department of Health says it also wants to double the number of organizations that can dispense medical marijuana from 5 to 10 over the next 2 years.
Having other companies, there might be less drive for some of the patients, and I think more competition might drive the price down.
Both he and Dr. Metchler say while the dozen changes are a step in the right direction, there was no mention of reducing the cost of the drug. Some patients pay thousands of dollars a month.
Now, we did reach out to both dispensaries here in Western New York, Bloomfield Industries and PharmaCann, to see how home delivery would change the way they do business, but neither responded to our calls. Reporting in the newsroom, Callan Gray, News 4.
All right, Callan, thank you. Well, while we were having some beautiful weather here in Buffalo, meteorologist Kaylee Wen is also keeping a close eye on a big storm that could potentially cause some big flooding problems for Florida. Kaylee, what's going on with that?
Yeah, we're looking at a couple of big storms, actually, Nalina, in the tropics right now. There's Tropical Depression 8 along with Tropical Depression 9. Now, Tropical Depression 8 doesn't look like as big of a concern as 9 does. 9 now making its way closer and closer to Florida. And here's a look at 3-day tropical rainfall numbers. You'll notice on the Big Bend in Florida, close to 15 inches of rain falling over a 3-day period. And that takes you through Friday. And I'm bringing this up because I know there's a lot of snowbirds here in Buffalo that it could affect your winter homes, but also because take a look at this model. As we head into the later portions of the week and then again on into the early portions of next week, this does take a slight turn up the East Coast. So it could bring Buffalo some rainfall as we get into next week. Obviously, these things change pretty rapidly and significantly based on different model runs, so we'll continue to watch that, but just wanted to give you an early heads up. For tonight, just increasing clouds across Buffalo, a little bit on the muggier side as temperatures stay close to 70 degrees for a lot of us, and dew points are still in the 60s. Tonight, you'll notice clouds increasing, but we're going to see some rain showers build into the area. So coming up in my full forward forecast, I'll take a look at the timing for you and let you know how much rain your area could be expecting. Nalina.
All right, Kaylee, thank you. You can get the latest forecast in the palm of your hand anytime just by downloading our Forewarn Weather app. It has the hourly forecast you can customize to your neighborhood, our live Forewarn Doppler radar, and it's free for your phone or tablet.
He looked out for people. He was a very understanding person.
Tonight, loved ones are remembering Upendra Bawa. He was the owner of the Taste of Life restaurant on Sycamore Street. He was found dead in his upstairs apartment a month ago, but police have just recently ruled his death a homicide. They tell us he died of blunt force trauma. Sources tell us the attack was not random, it was personal. An 8-year-old boy continues to recover after he was shot in Buffalo last week. Community leaders are calling on neighbors to help stop the violence on the streets of Buffalo. Members of Buffalo Stop the Violence Coalition hit the pavement today. They were on Walden and Bailey Avenues asking people to get involved and take care of their community. We asked organizers what it would take to stop the violence.
The community. It's going to take the community. People waving, people blowing their horns. That's all we looking for. And the violence to stop. It's the community. It's not having the resources that does not matter. We coming out here with what we have and making it work.
The Stop the Violence Coalition campaigns throughout the city from the east side all the way to the west side. We are digging deeper tonight into a fight at a local nursing home that turned deadly. Police say a woman in her 80s died 2 days after she was beaten by another resident. The fight happened Friday morning at the Emerald South Nursing Home on Delaware Avenue. News 4's Dave Graber has more on what happened.
The state and federal records show dozens of violations at Emerald South since 2012, several of them repeat violations. The federal Medicare website shows the nursing home has a 1-star rating, or much below average. Now, authorities are investigating the death of an 83-year-old woman, and whether it's criminal, the result of negligence, or an instance of both, that remains in question. Beyond the state's Department of Health, both Buffalo Police and the Erie County District Attorney's Office say they're investigating the death of a woman at this nursing home, Emerald South, located on Delaware Avenue. Staff at the nursing home told Buffalo Police on Friday the 83-year-old woman was injured after she mistakenly walked into the room of a male resident. The woman has Alzheimer's disease, according to her daughter. Emerald South staff reportedly told the daughter that her mother had a laceration on her head, a scratched nose, and a bruised backside. But doctors at ECMC told police the woman actually had facial fractures, broken ribs, a broken nose, and a collapsed lung. Although she was listed in stable condition over the weekend, she later died. An autopsy performed yesterday showed the woman's injuries contributed to her death, as did her age and poor health. This isn't the first time Emerald South has been the target of an investigation. Inspections by the Department of Health since August 2012 showed dozens of standard health and life safety violations, more than 4 times the statewide average. Among the complaints during that time, most of which were reported by the facility, Emerald South amassed nearly 152 complaints per 100 occupied beds, compared to the state average of 41. A woman who answered at Emerald South this afternoon declined to comment. She also declined to provide the name of the facility's administrator, who she says handles inquiries by the press. When we tried the voicemail box for the administrator, Ruth Long, was full. Ms. Long did not return a call seeking comment. Reporting in the newsroom, Dave Graber, News 4 at 10.
And just a short time ago, this is new, a nursing home spokesperson did send us this statement tonight saying the staff at Emerald South has extended our deepest condolences to the family members and friends of our resident. We have met privately with the family of the resident and have been and continue to cooperate with public authorities as we work together to conduct a complete and thorough investigation. Emerald South strives to offer a supportive, caring, and safe environment for all of our residents. We will keep following this for you. Water collision where kayakers collided with a ferry and how they're doing tonight.